Okay, welcome to this video. This is on problem 2 and problem 4 from section 9E, and it has to do with the inclusive and the exclusive or the disjunction. So this is the problem we're going to do first. It's number 2, page 392. Before we look at that though, let's just talk a little bit about the symbols we use for the exclusive and inclusive or. The disjunction is what the mathematical term for or is disjunction, which I want to spell it right, disjunction. That is the or. And so if I write this, that's the way I would translate it as P or Q. Now, as I said, we normally use or in everyday life as an exclusive or. So we have a symbol, and the book mentions it, and it's the same symbol but with a little bar underneath, and this is P or Q, but not both. Or you could say either P or Q, but not both. And the fact is, in everyday life, we just usually understand either P or Q to be exclusive, not including the possibility that they could both fail or both go in. It's that there's one or the other, but not both of them. Okay, so that's the symbol we're going to use in problem 2 and problem 4. All right. So let's go back to the example, okay, from the book. All right, here's our statements, P, Q, and R. P is the water's cold. Q is the water's boiling, R is the water's warm. And for now, let's just not worry about the content. Let's just look at the form of it. Okay, if we're going to say either the water is cold or the water is warm, so this is an or, this is a disjunction, and it just says either or, but it doesn't say not both. So the correct answer for this one, if it's just says or without the not both or maybe anything more to clarify it, is just the regular disjunction. So the answer for A1, or A Roman numeral 1, would just be the water is cold or the water is warm. Okay, so that's P or R. Okay, now if we go to the next one, either the water is cold or the water is warm, but not both, that's the exclusive or. So that one looks like P or R, but it excludes the possibility that they could both happen at the same time. Either the water is boiling, that's Q, or the water is warm. So now we're going to say Q or R. Q or R. Okay? Didn't say it didn't have to be both. Now this fourth one gets a little bit more complicated, but we can put it together. Either the water is boiling or the water is warm. So the water is boiling or the water is warm. That's the same as before. Either the water is boiling or the water is warm. But, when they actually tell us and, the water is not cold. So I can go ahead and surround those with their own parentheses. And I'll say and, it's negation of P. And these are what we have for our answers. All right? And that's exactly what they have in the back. So that's how we do the inclusive or and the exclusive or in symbolic logic. Okay? That's for number 2. Let's look at number 4 now. All right, that's on the next page. Let's look at number 4. We've got propositions P, Q, and R again now. I'll try and squeeze in my answer over there on the left. I hope there's enough room. Try and write it big enough. Okay. The first one says, this is number 4, either Matthew arrives home before 6, so that's P, or Anna cooks dinner, which is Q. So this is either P, or Q. Okay? Either P or Q. Now what about the next one? Either Matthew washes the dishes, so that's R, either R, or Anna cooks dinner, or Q, but not both, so we're going to exclude the middle idea of that. So that's excluding. the possibility that both could happen. Okay, either Matthew arrives home before 6, so that's P, or Matthew washes the dishes, which is R, so we have P or R. Okay, and then we have D, Matthew washes the dishes, which is R, and Anna cooks dinner, which is Q. So that's the conjunction. So these are our 4 answers to those. Make sure I tally with the back. That's exactly what we have in the back. So those are real simple ideas. You use the exclusive or with the line under it when it says but not both. Otherwise you use the regular inclusive or. Okay, that's the end.